for tonight. It's going to be a great nightcap.
Should be a great game. Both teams got some size. Should be physical. They're going to get up and down the floor.
Two big guys in the jump circle. It is Lewis Rowe and Reggie Hill. Good crowd on hand. Both teams good followings here to Dallas tonight for the quarterfinal match. The winner gets top-seeded DBU tomorrow night at 7:30 on their home court. Was out of bounds. Will be St. Edward's basketball. It's a St. Ed's team coming in averaging 80 points per game, third highest scoring offense in the conference. Midwestern State not far behind, averaging 75.5 a game, seventh in the league, kind of middle of the pack. And here's Gavino Ramos, the senior from San Antonio, will orchestrate this offense. 23rd in the nation in assists. Now Jamison Kay. Lewis Rowe with the basketball, driving, 5 on the shot clock, hounded by Shepard, out of bounds. And it will be St. Ed's ball with 4 on the shot clock.
Midwestern State with that defense to start the game. They got 3 or 4 ball touches right in that first possession.
And get it into Kay in the corner, and a three-point shot. Short. Rowe tipped it out, keeps the possession alive. Both these teams struggle in the rebounding margin. St. Ed's at -1 as they get the first bucket. Midwestern State being out-rebounded by a rebound and a half per game. But both can really shoot it. Maybe you don't have to rebound when shots are going down, because these are two of the top shooting teams in the conference and in the country. Midwestern State comes tonight 14th in the nation in three-point shooting at 38%. St. Ed's number 2. 40% from beyond the arc. Reggie Hill from downtown. And there we go. Hill for 3, where he's a 36% shooter. And there's a near turnover by Hill.
It's a big-time shot by Hill. You see him on the defensive end. He's active. Now he picks up a foul right there on a loose ball, but you're talking about 40%. That's no slouch from 3. These guys can really get him up.
They average 23 three-point attempts per game, but yet shoot at an incredibly high rate. Very efficient. Ramos thought about it. Now it's Courtney's turn to answer off the front end. Reggie Hill with the rebound.
Midwestern State doing a great job closing out on shooters. They got to be careful not to just jump right past them, but so far defense is right where they need to be.
Great ball movement. This to the corner. Open look for 3 from Jonathan Jackson. Extra possession. Gibson fires, and Kay there with the board. Ramos handles the point guard responsibility. Now it's to Courtney. Long range 3, and Gibson there with a rebound. Mason Gibson at the point for Midwestern State, who won a state title at Allen back in his senior year just up the road. Standout program. Here's Shepard for 3, and he knocks it down. The senior that also grew up nearby from Dallas. First 2 years at Oakland University Division I program, and he hits the 3.
Will Shepard got a nice stroke. Knocks it down.
6-2 Midwestern State in the early going on a 6-0 run. The 3 ball from Courtney. Kay tried to tip it, stay alive, and a great hustle by Reggie Hill. They've got great length in Hill at 6'8".
Yeah, Hill making some plays. Almost got that off of St. Edwards. He stepped on the line, but man, he's active. He's doing everything so far.
6-0 run over the last minute and a half for Midwestern State. Lewis Rowe, big body here. Against Hill and off the glass. And the rebound controlled by Midwestern's Sedizarevic. Pierre Sanders, one of the elite guards, been one of the best in the conference for a long time. 5th-year senior. Back out Hill. Sanders fires for 3. Rowe is there. It's going to be a great battle in the paint tonight between Lewis Rowe at 6'10", the Australian, and Reggie Hill at 6'8". Ramos. Loose ball. Sanders on the floor. Midwestern State's got it. On the run. 3-point shot. Catch and shoot in rhythm.
Oh, that was halfway down for Jonathan Jackson. Just gets out of there, but that was a great look. Midwestern doing a good job getting some shots up. St. Edwards, they got to get into a flow right now.
Have not scored in almost 3 minutes. Sanders with a rebound.
Got a lid on the basket. Even Ramos had a good look at the three, but wasn't there. They got to get something going offensively to get this team rolling.
There's Mason Gibson. Hill calling for it. Now he's got the basketball. On the give to Sanders. Pierre Sanders back out. Hill fires for three. Tipped back out. That was tipped out by Zetaverovic. And now the three ball from Jackson. And a 9-2 Mustangs advantage.
A few more offensive rebounds. They kicked it out. Jackson with a great shot in space.
So our first media timeout, and the Mustangs out to a great start. They've got a 9-2 lead. The Cooks team right now, they've had some good looks. A lid on the basket right now, having a hard time getting shots to fall. They're only one for their first 8.
That's right. They're just about 4.5 minutes into the game. Just 2 points. You know, you might want to go inside, get something easy. Even the long shots aren't going, so they got to get rolling before it gets too late.
There's a good look out of the timeout. Jamison Kay with the basket.
Jamison Kay, he's going to be a big part of what St. Edwards needs to do today. Gets the easy lay-in.
Bakari Lestrap with the basketball, the senior from Houston. Now Shepard. On the bounce feed inside, back out Lestrap. Fires for three, rolls out. Roll with another rebound. It's his 4th. Ramos creates space. And the ball tipped out of bounds. It will stay with the Hilltoppers.
We've seen Ramos. He can knock that down. Stops on a dime, pull up in transition, just off the mark. But Jamison Kay makes a big play. Probably won't get credit, but goes after the rebound, saves possession for St. Edwards right now.
Ramos in the corner. Drives baseline, cut off. Senior guard inside. Kay, good look. It rolls out.
Pierre Sanders, he's in total control for Midwestern right now. He's pointing, showing everybody where to go.
The 3-point shots from Zetaverovic is good. The senior from Serbia, who averages 6.5 a game, has given the Mustangs an 8-point lead.
That was a great jump shot. He's very comfortable from outside.
There's Ramos to answer from 3-point range, and that's good. Gavino Ramos hits 35% of his shots from beyond the arc. 2-time All-Lone Star Conference selection. Sanders, good dish inside. And the shot is good off the glass by Noah McDavid. Great find from Sanders, who comes in tonight 7 assists away from setting a school record for a career. That was his 460th career assist.
My goodness. Sanders, he's a generous guy.
That to go along with 1,576 points has just done it all as St. Edwards gets a bucket.
Yeah, man, he's Mr. Do It Everything. And you can tell, I mean, he's just comfortable getting the guys in the right place and got the Mustangs up so far, 5 points.
Yeah, Sanders 9th in scoring in school history, 2nd in assist. Mustangs lead by 5. Reggie Hill back in for Midwestern. Lewis Rowe comes out for St. Ed's. Latique Briscoe has come on for the Hilltoppers along with Sam McKinney. Rebound by Connor McManus.
St. Edwards, they are really trying to execute down here. They do some handoffs, but nothing in the paint. They're about 35 feet from the basket so far. They got to look to establish something on that blocker in the paint.
Go inside, back out, 3 ball, short from McManus, but he gets his own rebound. Briscoe lost it for a moment. Now gets it back. Here's McManus, now Ramos. Kay, 4 to shoot. Jamison Kay fading away and rolls out. Hill there with the board.
Mustangs, they get the ball up quick.
Hill goes strong to the rack and scores. He is a physical specimen inside, and such a strong finish right there from Hill.
Reggie Hill, 6'8", driving, getting downhill. We've seen him shoot the tray ball a little bit, but he is a force in the paint. He got the and one. He'll try to make this an old school three-point play.
Reggie Hill, who came to Midwestern State from Northwestern State, a Division I program in Louisiana. He grew up in Florida. He connects, and Reggie Hill with 6 points and 2 boards. Inside, strong move, back out, Briscoe. Ball tipped around, Kay battling for it. It's a pretty even battle on the glass between these two. The Western State out-rebounded the Hilltoppers by 2 rebounds as here comes the Mustangs. Jackson back in transition off the front end. Back out, Hill's open. Kay gets the rebound.
Mustangs getting everything they want. The shots didn't fall, but man, they're getting some great looks. Meanwhile, St. Edwards, they're shooting a lot of threes. They're getting a few decent shots, but not much in the paint so far from the Hilltoppers.
Down 8, good drive inside. Kay back out, Briscoe. Had a couple of good looks. It's the 3 ball here. It's off the iron from Sam McKinney.
Can't really shake loose so far. St. Ed's having a tough trip from three-point land so far.
Sanders directing. Svedojevic. Jackson. 3-point shot is good. Midwestern State out big. 11-point lead nearing the midway point of the first half.
And they've got all the momentum as well as the lead. They swung it. Had a shooter ready to shoot right in the shooting pocket, and he knocked it down.
Kay's shot off the mark. Right now it's all Midwestern State. They're controlling. They're shooting at 44% compared to St. Ed's 21. Reggie Hill back out. Gibson also dangerous from 3-point range. Mustangs are on fire right now. A 23-9 lead, and everybody getting into the act. Gibson hits for 3. Mustangs.
That's right. They've got size, energy. They are coming with it. You could tell Coach Leslie has the guys ready to roll. You know, they can shoot it, but man, Reggie Hill is just kind of a Mr. Do-It-All right now. And of course, you got Pierre Sanders leading the charge. So Hilltoppers, they got a tough task today. They got to figure out a way to get some offense going. They're just kind of stagnant right now, shooting threes. They got a couple buckets, but nothing consistent so far. Look how far they are starting their offense. They got to get something going towards the basket.
Rowe inside and is fouled. Lewis Rowe will get to the free throw line.
That's what you got to do. Lewis Rowe did a great job rolling there. Got to knock these down, but that's how you get the offense rolling. Get something at the basket, in the paint, and then kick it out for threes.
Second team all-conference. Lewis Rowe came to St. Edwards from Sam Houston. Has the second highest field goal percentage in the Lone Star Conference coming into the tournament at 56%. A couple of subs. Reggie Hill checks out for Midwestern, as well as Mason Gibson. I mean, this is a veteran team. Hill, a senior. Gibson, a junior. Pierre Sanders, a fifth-year senior. Jonathan Jackson's a senior. It is an experienced squad for Midwestern State. As free throw is made.
Got full court pressure by the Hilltoppers.
Lewis Rowe nearly did. It is a turnover. So out of the timeout, St. Ed's making some noise. Rowe on the dribble drive. Spins and scores.
Look at the footwork, Lewis Rowe. I mean, he spun like a top. That was a great shot, and he's got that soft touch off the glass.
Pretty impressive for a guy at 6'10". Now with Strap, it was Kaiser who went to the floor. Great move by Lestrap, and he's fouled.
Lestrap able to get to the cup. He was trying to slow the offense down, but that Hilltopper defense was really pressuring him. Did a great job to get to the cup. He'll shoot 2 at the line.
Bakari Lestrap, senior from Houston. Another guy that has played at a Division I level. He's 2 years at the IU Indianapolis, D1 school in the Horizon League. He had 20 points in their loss to West Texas A&M in the quarterfinals. 6 of the 8 teams here in this South Central Regional Tournament out of the Lone Star. Had the upset earlier today, St. Mary's over Lubbock Christian, the 6 seed defeating the 3 seed. Colorado School of Mines moving on. They'll play St. Mary's tomorrow at 5. The winner of this one gets DBU, and right now it's Midwestern State up 12.
Midwestern's really active defensively. Hands up, hands high, making shots tough for the Hilltoppers. You see that one off the mark from three-point land.
Spedivarovich has that one miss off the front end. Get it up ahead to Rowe. Got to travel. Right timing. Took one too many steps.
That's right. I think he got excited. It was one-on-one on the block. He's normally used to a double team there. Shuffled his feet.
The strap was stripped of the basketball, but is fouled by Luke Kaiser.
I mean, 4 fouls, both teams. We're not in the bonus yet, but, man, this has been physical.
It's been physical all day. It just seems like, obviously, at this time of year, into March, NCAA tournament, the physicality, the speed of the game picks up.
You love to see that in March. Hey, it's high stakes. People giving it everything they got.
Spedivarovich for 3. 39% three-point shooter. Another one of those D1 transfers. He was at the University of Hawaii. This is a talent-rich Midwestern State team. And now they've got a 15-point lead. The 3 and a good. That is Latique Briscoe.
The sophomore Briscoe making his name known here in the Berg Center. Big-time 3, much needed by the Hilltoppers.
He drives and scores off the glass.
Lestrap with the lay. Extending that lead. That was an easy bucket for him.
Rowe goes strong to the rack and finishes at the rim. Midwestern State breaks the press, gets into the half court. 3-point shot, good again. That time from Noah McDavid.
Well, he's a senior from Dallas. You know he's happy to be here, making big plays for Midwestern.
He was at Arkansas State. Well, Justin Leslie has gone out and gotten into that transfer portal and brought in some big-time talent from the D1 ranks. And they're enjoying a 15-point lead with 7:16 to go. Well, for Andre Cook, and the great motivator that he is, down 15, how does St. Ed start to chip away?
Yeah, they got to continue going to the lane. Right now, they're just dancing around the three-point line. Lewis Rowe doing a good job of keeping the guys in it, but you need Ramos to hit some shots. That was a big-time 3, much needed. We know Jameson K can fill it up. Now, I guess if they want to knock them down, they can shoot 3s, but they got to get back into the game and not let it get away from them.
Cut it to 12 after that three-pointer from Kay. And a travel. Well, a great start for the Hilltoppers out at timeout. You get a three-pointer, you get a steal. So St. Ed's basketball down 12. It's an important 6:50 for St. Ed's, trying to will their way back in. Gavino Ramos now brings it up. Shot partially blocked. Latique Briscoe went up strong with it.
Look at Will Shepard and that hustle. 6'8" forward. He got up and got that block. There'll be a foul on Briscoe after the shot on the rebound. Midwestern will take it out on the baseline.
Full court pressure coming from St. Ed's.
Coach Cook from St. Ed's not happy about that, talking with the officials.
And get it across, and Lewis Rowe is called for the foul. Latique Briscoe still talking with the official. You see him there at the top of your picture. Be about that foul. Mustangs basketball. Wipe up a slick spot here at the Berg Center.
Both teams going at it. Midwestern State traveled well. They got a great section here full of fans. Almost like a home game for them, but they've come out more aggressive. Hit a few more shots. Of course, they got Pierre Sanders leading the charge.
That one nearly turned over. But David's got it. Now Sanders, 8 to shoot. Sanders fires. And Rose got it. A chance now to get it to 10. Maybe to 9 with the three-pointers. Ramos brings it into the half court. On the feed to Rowe. Works his way into the low block. Great footwork again by Rowe, just not able to finish. Ramos has it. 18 to shoot. Got a whistle.
Lewis Rowe doing a great job getting position. He has great footwork, but that time almost had the layup, but spin back into the defense. That was a tough shot. Midwestern doing a good job not fouling him, making him shoot tough shots. This one will stay right here with St. Edwards.
In rhythm, the three-pointer is good for McManus, and St. Ed's has got it to 9.
That was a great catch and shoot by McManus. He started on one side of the block, ran off the screen, catch and shoot, no dribbles. Big time shot.
Sanders kicks it. Gibson's got it for 3 and good. It's his second of the first half. Lead is back up to 12 for Midwestern State.
Mustangs sitting in kind of like a matchup zone here, almost like a 1-3-1. That's really putting the pressure on St. Ed's.
Gibson feeds Lestrap, goes up and under. And a great fast break transition bucket there. 14-point lead. They led by as many as 15. St. Ed's had got it to 9. Now the Mustangs back out on a 5-0 run. 3-point shot. That one up above the rim, up above the basket, so it'll be Midwestern State basketball.
Both teams now settled in. They're getting some good looks. Midwestern just physically more dominant in the paint. St. Ed's finally getting some good looks. That shot just off the mark, but they're able to swing the ball and get some open threes. We'll see who can take care of the ball better. But Mustangs so strong right now with this lead. 14-point lead so far.
Mason Gibson runs the point for this Mustangs team that came in tonight 22-7 overall. St. Ed's at 21-12. This is the 4-5 matchup. Midwestern State coming in as the 4, and that's out of bounds. 4:15 to go. Mustangs ball. Svetizarevic getting ready to come back in for the Mustangs. Checks in for Jonathan Jackson. So many shooters on the floor for Midwestern State. This is Lestrap with the ball. Gibson's already hit 2 threes. He's got 5 on the shot clock. Dribbles, drives, goes inside, hangs, and ball tipped back out. Loose ball on the floor. Lestrap's got it. Gibson for his 3rd 3 of the first half. Gibson leads all scorers with 9. Lead is swelled to 17.
They know how to find a shooter. I think what's most impressive, this defense, almost again like a matchup zone. St. Ed's is struggling trying to find some consistent offense.
Turnaround jumper off the mark. Bring us to our last media timeout. So 41-24, 3:35 left to go in the first.
Exactly what he's going to do, if not before. And you know St. Ed's, they're not done. They're going to fight back. They got some experienced guys. But Midwestern right now, all the momentum, they're just comfortable. They got guards that can really get to it.
Ramos out of that timeout. It's an easy bucket. So it's 41-26. Inside 3.5 to go. Lestrap with the ball. Mustangs have been in complete control outside of getting behind 2-0. They've led ever since they went on a 6-0 run. There's Shepard for 3, and Midwestern State is scalding hot from downtown. They're 11 of 21 from beyond the arc. They're shooting 52% from three-point range.
Yeah, they're just getting comfortable now. Defensively settling in. Look, another ball touch and steal. St. Ed's might be in trouble. This is almost a 20-point game.
Shepard, back-to-back threes.
Oh,
it is. Will Shepard.
goodness.
Everybody's getting into the act.
How about Will Shepard at 6'8", knocking down the tray ball and letting us know about it. Put the threes on his veins.
12 of 22 from beyond the arc. They go back inside. Sanders with a rebound. Here comes Midwestern, already up 21. Lestrap, now Svetizarevic. Gibson, Shepard, could it be 3 in a row?
No
it
way.
is. Will Shepard is on absolute fire right now, and his Midwestern State crowd is on their feet, 50-26.
Coach Leslie has these guys going, really put the battery in their back.
17-2 run over the last 3:10. Kay goes inside and scores it.
That's going to be the secret in the second half. If you can get to that sweet spot in that matchup zone, free throw area, Jamison Kay can really do some damage. He might have to camp out there in the second half.
Bakari Lestrap. Mason Gibson. He's already hit 3 3-pointers. Shepard calling for it. He's looking for his 4th in a row. That was on target. McManus gets the rebound. Here comes St. Ed's.
Once again, look at that free throw line in the zone. There's Jamison Kay once again.
Kay fouled by Shepard. 1:08 to go. Let's go to Ryan Wilson. He's got to look around NCAA Division II ranked scores around the country, Ryan.
Yeah, our first big upset of the tournament happened earlier today. Dominican University out of New York takes down number 20 and number 2 seed in the East Regional. Adelphi 85-66. A couple of scares for top seeds, Missouri S&T and West Liberty. They actually survived both of those games. Missouri S&T actually went to overtime against Malone. They come out alive. So does West Liberty, though they do it in regulation. And as opposed to last year, all the 1 seeds do advance to the semifinals this time around. Reagan?
Patriots, though, a 1 seed that had a little bit of trouble early today. About the first 15 minutes, you thought this may come down to the wire. They pull away that stifling defense that they play. Ended up being too much.
That's right. Those line changes really helped DBU. Another team we've seen do that had some success earlier, Colorado School of Mines as well. But you're right, that was a close game.
Loose ball on the floor, Midwestern State. They've got a 21-point lead inside a minute. This was a 1-point game early in the season between these two teams. Vedizarevic drives, kicks. McDavid back out. Gibson for his 4th of the night.
Oh, man, they're on fire.
They are putting on a show from beyond the arc. 14 of 26 from downtown, shooting 54%.
That's going to be tough to beat. St. Ed's, they have to run guys off the three-point line and get some stops, but right now they're just launching up longer threes, giving rebounds to Midwestern. One shot, one possession. Midwestern cleans it up.
They can play for the final shot. Gibson, they spread the floor. It's Jackson. Now Gibson, 3 to shoot. And a foul on Davino Ramos.
Oh, tough call. Right in front of Coach Cook. You see him talking both with the official, but you can't foul a three-point shooter. You know Ramos knows that as a veteran player.
So now Midwestern State's Mason Gibson at the line to shoot 3. Gibson misses the first.
How about in this second half? Just 1 second to go, 1.7, but Midwestern caught on fire from three-point land. They can really fill it up. Multiple guys with multiple three-point shots.
Gibson's had quite a first half. It took him a while to get going. He's got 13 now to lead all scores. Jamison Kay's got 12 for St. Ed's. Will Shepard with 12 points on 4 three-pointers. Shepard and Gibson have accounted for 8 three-pointers, each with 4. Gibson makes the second. It's a 55-point first half for Midwestern State.
Just 1.7 to go.
On the inbounds, nearly stolen, and just a last-second desperation heave. It has been all Mustangs. 55 to 29, Midwestern State rolling through the first 20 minutes. Eyeing a Davis, and Gibson had a big first half along with Will Shepard.
They are knocking the ball down at a high rate. Look at that, nothing but net. Will Shepard knocking it down. They just got into a great rhythm. Hilltoppers never got anything consistent going. They got 29 first half points, but got a battle to get uphill in the second half. We'll see if Midwestern State is still scorching hot from three-point land.
Mustangs basketball to begin the second half. St. Edwards with the ball. St. Ed's down big, 55 to 29 as it's Reggie Hill. Reggie Hill spent a lot of time late in the midway through the first half on the bench. If anything, if Midwestern State's to move on, you're going to have a pretty well-rested Reggie Hill tomorrow.
That's right. That's a great matchup, himself and Lewis Rowe, but you're right, Reggie Hill got a great break. Great job by the coaching staff, most likely Coach Leslie. Getting Hill a little bit of a break, got a long weekend ahead. Got a foul on St. Ed's right there on the rebound, pushing the back.
Sanders looking, gets it into Shepard.
Shepard got caught in the corner. Coach Leslie saying, get out of there, get out of the corner. Gonna get trapped.
It's Gibson for 3.
St. Ed's coming down. That's going to be a foul on Midwestern State. Lewis Rowe trying to run through, but just gets held up right there. Mason Gibson. We'll get a chance about 1 minute in to see if St. Ed's is going to run some offense. Are they going to get something at the rim? Make a comeback, or are they going to lay down? We'll see.
They got a steep mountain to climb. Got a foul on Midwestern's Bakari Lestrade. Ramos inside to Kay, who led the way for St. Ed's in the first half. Jamison Kay, transferred from Pima Community College. He grew up in Arizona. It's that bucket. Now Hill on the bounce pass. Shepard underneath. It's Ramos around the screen. Trying to hit Rowe underneath. Turns it over. On the break, Hill. A 3-on-3 in the dish for the strap. Three ball. That's good. Jonathan Jackson from downtown.
Mustangs just all in control right now. Even in the second half, they're getting some great looks. Defensively picking the Hilltoppers up, slowing down their pace. Coach Cook right now just trying to find anything for the Hilltoppers to get going.
They have hit 15 three-pointers tonight. The most they made on the season 20 against Adams State back on November the 16th. Kay off the glass and good. He's really been the lone offense tonight for the Hilltoppers.
Jamison Kay knows how to find that sweet spot in that matchup zone. He just did it at the free throw line again in the short corner. He's got to keep scoring right now for St. Ed's.
Sanders, quick ball movement again to the corner. Jackson and good. And another three, make it 16. On the assist coming from Sanders, his fourth. He continues to close in on the all-time record in assists. So he was 7 away coming in tonight. This one short. Shepard there with a rebound.
Hilltoppers could be in trouble. It's almost like the house is on fire.
Hill back out Lestrap.
Oh, tough pass from the top of the key. That was Lestrap turning it over.
Great move, and the shot tough over Courtney.
We mentioned all these players, and hey, a 28-point lead by Midwestern, but Pierre Sanders hadn't had to do much offensively. He's just controlling the pace.
Sanders on the pull-up jumper is good. And he can score on all three levels. He's got great vision, and he's got the Hilltoppers up 30 in the 4 versus 5 seed here in the South Central Regional.
Defeated top-ranked Damon in the semifinals. Reagan?
Yeah, Damon, top-ranked, been the #1 team in some polls in ABC. Various points during the season. The time matchup there tomorrow. DBU ranked #4 coming in this week. We got 2 top 10 teams in this regional, DBU and then mine's #7. Midwestern State's looking like a top 10 team tonight.
That's right.
Technical foul on Andre Cook. Well, down 30, and Andre Cook dealing with some frustration. He's always a fiery coach and highly energized, and I don't think he can take it anymore.
That's right. He's trying to get his guys fired up. You know, down 30. This is the national tournament. Great coach, great university and ball club, but he's just frustrated right now. Midwestern State having their way. He's trying to get his guys going.
I'll take a look at this again and wonder what Andre Cook is. Here's where he's teed up. Did you see anything before that drew his eye?
I couldn't see right before the actual tee was called, but maybe he was trying to get a foul call or something that happened within the play. He's pretty fired up. Looks like he's still going at the official right now. Just having a conversation.
He's been ejected. Andre Cook leaving the gym. Now Andre Cook has been escorted out.
Yep.
That's a tough moment right there. Winningest coach in program history, 16 seasons. He wears his emotions on his sleeve. I think that with a team plays so hard for Andre Cook, just a guy that he's so invested in St. Edwards and fiery coach. You played against him.
That's right. He's always been that way. And, you know, I didn't really see I kind of missed the front half of that interaction, but anything that warranted to get Coach Cook kicked out of the game, but Coach Evans will step up and the Hilltoppers will have to try to find a way, but Midwestern in full control.
Here's a look at that play that I think he was looking at maybe the foul on the strap, maybe is what he was looking at. Ramos threw his hands
That's
up.
right.
And you can see Andre Cook's reaction. So Jeff Evans now will take over. Team's new assistant men's basketball coach, 33 years of coaching experience.
Hey, sometimes when you have a play like that, coach gets ejected, something happens, a tech, that might get your ball club rolling. We'll see if the Hilltoppers turn the tides a little bit.
There's a three-point shot. There, it's good. Right on cue. Big bucket right there from Sam McKinney.
They've got the full court pressure. No traps, just like a 2-1-2, speeding up Midwestern.
And a loose ball and a turnover. Here come the Hilltoppers. To the corner. Up and under, and the block shot on Briscoe.
Again, that's Reggie Hill. He was not fooled by that up and under. He got the block, no foul. Big time play.
Briscoe back to his left. Had his shot blocked by Sam McKinney. An immediate timeout. It is our first of this second half. Midwestern State up 29, 65-36 with 15:23 to go in the game. (65-36). Midwestern State fans on their feet. Great following from Wichita Falls. Not all that far of a drive. It always seems to just get great crowds, and
that's right.
A team that they really support and follow.
Got a great program. Another one, West Texas A&M had a great crowd today here in the Berg Center in Dallas, Texas. So a lot of fans showing up supporting their schools. But you're right, Wichita Falls, they're loud and proud tonight in the Berg Center.
On the inbounds, out to Gibson. Long three-point shot, and they're just falling. 17 that they've hit tonight. 3 off, matching a season high.
Oh, they're playing their best basketball right now. Can't ask for anything more than that in March.
They came in tonight number 14 in the country in three-point shooting at 38%. They are shooting at an alarming 57% rate from three-point range tonight. They have connected on 17 of 30.
Big time steal by Ramos right there. But Midwestern State, they move so well without the ball. They keep it clicking. It doesn't stick. They find shooters. Got senior leadership. Pierre Sanders hadn't had to do much, but Mason Gibson playing well from the guard spot. Look at that zone defense. Again, it's like a 1-3-1.
Get a good look inside. The dunk from Sam McKinney, the freshman.
Sam McKinney got some big minutes. Just hit a 3. Flushed that one home.
He was on the Lone Star Conference all-freshman team. Young freshman who grew up in a down in Buda, Texas. Out of the corner to McDavid. Got a foul on Gavino Ramos.
Ramos picks up the foul. He's trying to will his team back, doing everything he can.
And 3 in double figures tonight for Midwestern State. Gibson leads the Mustangs with 14, Shepard and Jackson with 12. Jamison Kay leads all scorers as St. Edwards with 16 tonight. Three-pointer, Gibson off the front end.
Jamison Kay found that sweet spot in the zone at the free throw line at that corner. He does a good job facing up. He can shoot it. Got a couple buckets in that short corner, too. We'll see if they can continue to find him. 68-41 right now. All Midwestern so far.
Off the curl, the three-point shot. A foul underneath. Got a foul on Gibson.
Got a sub coming in. Rowe will give Kay a break. St. Ed's will have a chance to score off this baseline out of bounds.
Go inside to Rowe on the bounce feed. He's tipped away and intercepted. Here comes Midwestern State's. Gibson finishes at the rim, rolls around.
That'll be a goaltending on.
Yeah, on St. Ed's. Gibson's shot just nearly sat up there on the rim. Take a look at it again. The goaltending call on St. Edwards.
Oh, they called it same team.
Ooh.
No bucket,
Yeah,
same
it
team
is.
goaltend.
Yeah, it was the hand of Sveta Zarovich who got up there on the goaltend. Three-point shot from St. Ed's. The Hilltoppers 6 of 21 from beyond the arc. Team that came in tonight shooting 40% as a squad as Gibson is fouled.
That was a great hustle by Sam McKinney, freshman, once again saving the basket, but hits him in the head there. Glad there's no ill will, but my goodness, Midwestern, they know how to get out on the lanes and run the floor. They got up probably within about 6 seconds all the way up the floor at the rim for a shot.
Gibson makes the first. He's got 15 to lead the way for the Mustangs.
St. Ed's kind of looking around. Not too much noise from their bench right now. We're used to hearing Coach Cook at least pretty animated on that sideline.
Get it to Kay. There's Kaiser. On the drive. Back out high. Briscoe for 3. Tip back out. Gibson's got it. Foul by Kay.
This matchup zone has just been a problem for St. Ed's. They've got the ball to a couple of places, but ball's kind of sticking. Midwestern State doing whatever they want defensively. Offensively, they're just trying to burn some clock right now. They can see the finish line.
Midwestern making their first NCAA appearance since 2016. It has been one of the more storied Division II programs in fairly recent history. The 3 straight trips to the Elite Eight, and they are soon to be punching their ticket to a semifinal date with DBU. Up now 73-41, up 32. Shot from Kay is good.
There's Kay once again. He knows how to score. Just not enough tonight.
On the drive to Gibson.
Gibson running the floor. Man, these guys get up and down the court in a hurry. Look at that defense on the ball by Sanders.
Got a foul on Gibson. Gets us to that next media timeout. 11:59 remaining in this one. Mustangs run.
We mentioned earlier Damon being undefeated. How about Nova Southeastern? They're 31-1. They'll get to take on Lynn next, and it's a tall task for Lynn. It's the #1 offense in the country for Nova Southeastern. They're averaging over 105 points per game. Reagan?
That Nova Southeastern team had won it all a couple years ago. Damon comes in #1 in the national rankings. Nova Southeastern 2, Alabama Huntsville 3, DBU 4. Shot short. Rose got it with the left hand and scores it.
Rose got that nice touch. I love to see him get some more looks. They got to do a lot of work to get that shot, but he knocked that one down.
Rose got 6 tonight to go along with 6 rebounds.
Midwestern, look, they get the ball spread, almost a steal there, but they know how to swing it, doesn't stick. They kick it around pretty well.
Trying to get it into the corner to the strap. Hill with 4 to shoot, drives inside, gets his own rebound, ball tipped up and around. Shepard comes down with it.
Oh man, they swing the rock.
McDavid called for the try. Went up and down with it. Almost back on.
Beautiful offense, just stepped out of, or got the travel there on that sideline, but man, they move the ball from side to side. Makes it tough on the defense. As you can see, Hilltoppers trying to figure out who to guard and how to guard him.
Pierre Sanders comes over to the bench. And bring in Jordan Reed, a junior, off of the bench. Good feed inside. Kay finishes. He's got 20 now.
Jamison Kay doing everything. That was a great pass by Rowe off that block.
Hill swings it for Reed and too high.
Midwestern State getting a little bit sloppy. They got plenty of room to do so tonight. 75-47, but a couple turnovers. Back-to-back. St. Ed's got a couple good looks. Getting comfortable, but only about 10.5 to go.
It's Ramos now to Kay. Kay working on Hill. Great matchup. Tough shot with Hill and hand in his face. The strap comes up. Now fires corner. Hill lets it go, and there's three-pointer number 19 tonight for Midwestern.
They continue to put St. Ed's in a scramble situation. There's a big shot. Ramos answers with a 3. But they're getting wide open look. St. Ed's is always scrambling down here on the opposite end.
Reed for the strap, now Hill. Another 3 ball, this is McDavid. Let's roll with the ball up ahead to McManus. Ramos to Courtney. Tough shot, and that comes down to Shepard. Lestrap kicks it out. Shepard again got a big night from three-point range. He's now 4 of 6. Lewis Rose spins inside. Nice shot. Boy, but a big guy at 6'10" running the floor.
He moves well. That's a big bucket. They're trying to crawl back.
Still a long way to go for St. Ed's, down 26, but showing some signs of life. But the clock becomes that 6th man. Another three-pointer.
Jordan Reed getting some action.
That ties their season high at 20. They hit 20 against Adams State back on November the 16th. That was a game that they won 119 to 114.
Oh, my goodness.
Unbelievable.
Both teams getting a lot of buckets in that game.
Another 3-ball. McDavid's open. He lets it fly.
Again, that was a wide open 3 just off the mark, but again, St. Ed's, they're constantly in scramble mode.
Midwestern up 81-55, 7:45 to go.
They're going to burn some clock. See the floor spread right now, running through their offense. St. Ed's not a lot of pressure. See Lewis Rowe trying to make a difference.
Right there at the rim, Will Shepard continues to have his big night. Done so much damage from beyond the arc. He's got 14 now. And with 7:25 to go, Midwestern. (83-55), 7:25 to go in the game. Let's check back in with Ryan Wilson, scores around the country. Ryan.
Yep, we have our first semifinal finish of the weekend. Cal State Dominguez Hills takes down Central Washington 77-65. They will face the winner of Point Loma versus Cal State San Bernardino. That will tip off in about 40 minutes, Reagan.
I think you're right. So we get closer and closer to that Elite Eight, some semifinal action today. Yeah, the Elite Eight back in Evansville, Indiana this year. That field narrowed down to 32 teams, and then chance tomorrow here at Dallas to get to the Sweet 16 as Mason Gibson comes out.
Evansville, they got a lock on that Elite Eight.
I think
they
so,
got like
right?
a 30-year deal or something.
It's unreal. Not a whole lot of reasons to go to Evansville, Indiana, but that would be a good one. Get to an Elite Eight.
That's right. Hey, you want to be there for sure, but
I can say that because I've spent a lot of time in Evansville, just with DB baseball, a lot of road trips. And,
that's right.
but that is be a great place. Division II basketball, a chance to get to an Elite Eight.
Got a lot of guys playing hard to make that dream a reality, and we'll see it here soon. Midwestern State on their way, having their way with St. Ed's, just doing anything they want. Record-breaking three-point day. I mean, they just move the ball around. They share it. Got guys wide open.
Look. Pierre Sanders could be his turn from downtown. He'll take the mid-range jumper off the front end of the iron. Comes back out. Another look and another 3-ball, and that's 21.
Oh, 21 threes, man. These guys, they love the Berg Center. Might be a tough place for DBU to play at home against Midwestern.
They're going to have a great crowd here tomorrow. They had a great crowd tonight. 21 threes is a season high.
Love to see another Lone Star matchup.
Boy, it is going to be a battle tomorrow.
That has to be one of the toughest conferences in the country. As they continue to battle, I mean, we just had the Lone Star Conference tournament, and it's almost like you have it again. Plus a couple teams from the RMAC, but man, you got a battle.
Yeah, the Lone Star Conference was a gauntlet. DBU won the championship in a dogfight against Lubbock Christian. Lubbock Christian ousted today against St. Mary's, the 6th seed, just to tell you how deep the conference is.
St. Ed's just didn't have that fire today. Midwestern came out ready to rock and roll. Coach Leslie had the guys ready. That's an offensive foul there. Push off, got him with the off arm. But the Mustangs, record-breaking 21 threes. All their guys looking fresh. They're able to knock down the shots, passing the ball. See this offensive foul. Got him with the chicken wing. That was a good acting job on defense as well.
That shot tipped out. Hard to the floor. Right now, Justin Leslie's just got to want to make sure that everybody gets to tomorrow healthy.
That's right. They'll be in the bonus now.
It's Jonathan Jackson who's on the floor.
Still down. He made his way up. That's Jonathan Jackson. See him gets that rebound, keeps the defense behind him. He may be battling something else there.
Hitting the lower back. It all starts tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Colorado School of Mines and St. Mary's in the first semifinal game. That rolls out. You see kind of two contrasting styles. Colorado School of Mines, they'll come out with you in a wave of subs. Everybody gets in the action. They've got shooters all over the floor, a lot of height. And
that's right.
St. Mary's is a blue-collar team. They are physical, tough. They got a great guard, Damani Claxton. There's a three ball from Luke Kaiser.
Looks like Jonathan Jackson from Midwestern laboring a little bit up and down the court. Hope he's okay, but
here they get it to him inside.
I mean,
ball's knocked out.
He just doesn't look as fresh as he was. I mean, I know he's played 20-plus minutes tonight, but he's kind of limping around a little bit.
St. Edwards will bring back in Lewis Rowe, Gavino Ramos, Jamison Kay, McManus, and Courtney all on the floor.
Jackson will take a seat for Midwestern. He's had a great day. Seen him holding that lower back. He'll have one night to get it right for debut tomorrow.
Sanders, long three. Why not? That one off the mark. Hit 21 of them tonight. 39 attempts.
Sanders did not have to have it rolling tonight. That one was off the mark, but he's done just about everything else.
He is tied for the school record in assists with 465. One more for the record. Could this be it? From three-point range, and it is. Pierre Sanders writes his name into the record books. He needed 7 tonight to get to 466 for a career. That sets the record on that three-pointer by Setazerovic.
Pierre
Ninth all-time in scoring, all-time assist man.
My goodness, this guy fills it up.
Now from the corner, Lestrap. 22 of 40. Could it be 23?
Man, they get up threes in a hurry.
Now Ramos. Rainbow three for Ramos. Pushing the floor. And a great finish. Setazerovic. It's a runaway, 91-60.
Setazerovic having a day. He can shoot the ball. Seen the Euro step in transition to get the lay-in. My goodness.
The final media timeout. 91-60. Pierre Sanders in the record. A three-point shot, the 23rd to go into tonight. He's had a big part in those 23 three-pointers. 7 assists tonight for Sanders. We talk about the stats, the numbers we see from him, the assists, the points. I think the thing that also stands out, he's a leader.
That's
you
right.
watch him on the floor, he's a field general.
You just feel comfortable with him with the ball coming up the court. He's pointing, showing guys where to go. You know, got a smile on his face. Man, what a great, great career by Pierre Sanders. He's looking to keep it rolling tomorrow night, but these guys, they got a comfortable lead against St. Ed's right now, 91-60.
It's going to be a great matchup tomorrow. There's McDavid to the rim. The matchups you think about tomorrow is Sanders in the backcourt, Mason Gibson from Midwestern State. You look at that backcourt of DBU, Xavier Brown, Defensive Player of the Year of the Lone Star Conference, Ricky Lujan. I mean, it's going to be really intriguing. And then you get inside, you think about Cam Conn against Reggie Hill.
Oh, man, that's going to be. And you got Will Shepard there also. It's going to be a battle. I can't wait to see that.
Here's Rowe.
Lewis Rowe with the nice shot. Again, he has a soft touch, scoring it when he can, but it's not going to be enough tonight.
Kind of emptied the bench. Now McDavid misses. In the final moments here for Ramos and Rowe. They're going to get Kay back next year, a junior. And St. Edward's back in the big dance. First time since 2020. That's interesting because they were scheduled to play NCAA tournament against EBU in Canyon when the world shut down. And the year before is one of the great teams in St. Edward's basketball, maybe the best. Regional final in 2019,
right.
Andre Cook's team was loaded that year.
Gosh, they had a really strong roster. Really strong. I think maybe player of the year.
Yeah, Ashton Spears was phenomenal.
Right. Yeah, he was incredible. St. Ed's always have a great program. Coach Cook does a great job. Came a little bit short this year, obviously, but you can expect they're going to be on the recruiting trail trying to get back to where they are today.
Lestrap inside, and an easy bucket for Mastilovic, the senior from Serbia. 95-62. Kay has had a big night. Well, Jamison Kay, it has been a season high for him with 22, passing his previous season high, 21. It's Ramos on the steal. Well, the 4-5 matchup you're expecting to be the closest one. This one was the one that was the biggest disparity. Midwestern State's not your normal 4 seed.
That's right. Again, this Lone Star Conference, they've been battle tested all year. A quick bucket by St. Edward's right there. That's number 20, Jake DeFrenza, getting into the action. Rowe looks like he's limping off the court for St. Ed's. He gets a hand clap. I mean, he's a grad student, a senior. Played a great, great game. That might be it for him in his career, but his teammate's going to finish this one out.
Good look. Down underneath. That time it's Jordan Reed. 97-66. Here they come up ahead to Lestrap, calling for the alley-oop, and there it is. The final 60 seconds and a 99-66 lead. All Midwesterns tied for the most points that St. Ed's has given up this year. They gave up 99 to Cameron back on February the 13th. They're going to bring Gavino Ramos out. He'll get a hand. His final moments as a senior for St. Edward's.
That's right. Hilltopper faithful here in the Berg Center, giving him a big hand. He's had a great career. Great shooter, ball handler. Came up short today, but, man, he competed every night in this Lone Star Conference at St. Edward's. Just a tough guy. Played for Coach Cook. Love to see him play. Glad he got that opportunity to come out with his teammates.
He's third all-time in assists in program history. He finished with 429 in his career. There's the fadeaway jumper from DeFranza.
Trevon Williams, a freshman, making an impact with his few minutes of playing time. A nice tip in, about 30 seconds to go. Midwestern full control. They'll have DBU #1 seed waiting for them. That semifinal matchup.
It's going to be a great setting at the Berg Center tomorrow night, 7:30. Should be a packed Berg Center, and there's another 3. They've hit 23 of those tonight. 102 points for Midwestern State, and a 102-70 lead over St. Edward's with 11.9 to go. 23 of 44. They shoot 52% tonight from beyond the arc.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
This is one of the best shooting nights we've ever seen in the Berg.
Ever.
Hey, Justin Leslie says, me too.
Hey, these guys came ready to roll.
What a night.
Whatever they ate for breakfast today, you got to redo it again tomorrow. Same exact trend.
Free throw good.
That'll be
They
it.
are punching their ticket into the regional semifinal. Midwestern State will take on top-seeded DBU tomorrow night at the Berg Center at 7:30. And it ought to be an outstanding ball game and a matchup. This Final Four, the South Central Regional, kickoff tomorrow night